Hello besties and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be reading new releases and seeing if they're worth the hype and if they live up to my expectations. I have a very beautiful stack of new releases with us, and I'm so excited because every single book in this stack I think is gonna be a 5-star. So now we have to read them to see if they live up to my expectations. If you guys can't tell by the bookmark, you can probably tell we're going to be reading Abby Jimenez's book first, but this is just a little sneak peek of the books we're going to be reading this video, and I cannot tell you how excited I am. So, guys, one, let me take a sip of my matcha because when I tell you we're about to get into a book that's going to change your life, and you're like, Kira, what? Like, you say you haven't read this book. No, I actually stayed up till 2:30 last night reading 51 pages. I was going to start this vlog yesterday, and then my camera died, and I said, I can't not read Abby's new book because it's just sitting there with the most gorgeous cover ever. Like, tell me you're not obsessed. I needed to pick it up. I ran to the bookstore. I drove myself to the bookstore. I mean, my mom was in the car, and she was like my passenger princess, but I drove myself to the bookstore. I don't drive. I don't like driving. Driving gives me anxiety, and I drove myself to the bookstore. Guys, you know how excited I am when I drove myself to the bookstore. I cannot believe I'm going to say these words, but the first book we're reading is going to be Abby Jimenez's new release, Say You'll Remember Me. We're following Samantha and Xavier, and Samantha is like a social media marketer, and she works for this mustard brand. And then we have Xavier, who is a vet, and let me tell you, I'm already in love with this man. Not only is he gorgeous and supposedly looks like Rhysand, he's also a vet and cares for animals with like his entire heart, and I love him. I'm 64 pages in. I thought I was 50 pages in. I am 64 pages in. I just reached chapter 8, and this is how many tabs I have. Look how many tabs I have, guys. I have tabbed this book at least 100 times. I've even wrote in my book. You know I'm really liking it when I start to annotate it by writing. I had to stop myself because I kept writing things every single page. There's ones that say, I love him, hell yeah, shut up, oh my god, died, I'll say it again, I love him, and it just keeps going on with like, love him, 8, I have no words because Abby is an amazing writer. There's times where I forget how much I love Abby Jimenez, and then I read her book and I go, oh my god, like I think she's my favorite writer, because this book, like I say this and I'll say it again, she eats with every single book she writes, but this one is devouring. One, how did you make me love the male main character like immediately on the first page, especially since he's grumpy, but I love how we get 2 point of views, because we do get Xavier's point of view and then we have Samantha, so we have like this very, I don't know, like not contrasting because they both really like each other, but when one thing doesn't make sense in the chapter before, you kind of go, oh, that's why they acted that way, and you know it from their point of view. But oh my god, I love this man, and it's so funny, and I love how good her dialogue is, because she uses, and I've noticed this only because I'm kind of trying to figure out my own writing style and my own book. Like, I know what I like, and I'm more of like, oh, I want to write more dialogue, but then I read a lot of books that are very descriptive and like paragraphs and internal dialogue heavy, and then I go, oh, am I writing too much dialogue? Abby is my icon because she writes the best books with the best dialogue. They're fast-paced, they're funny, they're just warm and cozy, but they're also emotional. I'm so attached to this book already. I'm going to be so sad when this finishes, but I also kind of want to just read it the entire day. Give you this, it is 4 o'clock, but I kind of want to just read for the rest of the day because I have nothing that I need to do other than read. So let's continue reading and see if this book is worth the hype. I turned on the camera, I was not expecting that. This Stop, I'm actually gasping for air. This is so funny. So as you can see, it's later. It is 6:45 right now. I've been reading for a good bit. I love this freaking book. The fact that I'm giggling and squealing and it's only page 106 and this book has about 350 pages. Like, honestly, I could finish this mainly today and then finish it tomorrow because I am I'm loving this book. I just have to say, like, Abby Jimenez hits you when you don't see it coming. Like, her writing is so powerful, and I feel like it's this kind of soft, sudden power where she hits you with lines where they really, really impact you, and she has some really beautiful lines, hence why I have so many tabs. I know it's hard to see in this light, but I have a million tabs. I think most of them are funny. Some of them are really, really, really cute lines that I love. And some of them are just like, these cut you and gut you to your core. I'm not gonna say any of them because I don't want to spoil it, but it's living up to the expectations, guys, so it's going good.
You are my light, you're shining so bright. Here we are in the world all alone.
I'm not gonna cry during this, but I finished Say You'll Remember Me, and I wanna cry because it was that good, and that's how sad I am because we're finished reading it. And this was possibly one of the best romances I have ever read in my entire life. And the question we're having to answer this video is if the books are going to live up to the expectations and the hype. And it definitely met my expectations and then exceeded them by being even better than I ever could have thought possible. So this book is so freaking cute. There are so many tabs. I actually used up, I think, about half of my tabs on this book with some of my favorite lines, and you know I love the book when I keep tabbing it, and I was just screaming and giggling and having a fantastic time during this book. The thing that made it so amazing, I think, for me, is that they loved each other so much the entire time, but it was so hard because they were so far apart for like the entire book, and they had this huge block for the reasons why they couldn't be together. It felt so real because, like, oh my god, could you imagine like meeting someone and then they move and then you're that far apart and then you can't get to each other because you both can't move, like you literally can't move. It broke my heart, and then put it back together, and then broke it again and put it back together, and I could not put this book down. I was smiling from ear to ear. I was laughing because there were so many funny scenes, and then I was falling in love with Xavier because I love him. I want Samantha to be my best friend, and I literally love her family. Like, I'm giving this book 6 stars. I just think it fully deserves this, and I would recommend this to every single person. It has the best cover. I think this is my favorite cover that I've seen all year. It's an amazing new release, so it's definitely lived up to the hype, and I think it's met all of the expectations and then gone above and beyond. So I'm so sad to say we're done this book. So I decided for our next book, we're going to be reading The Conditions of Will by Jessa Hastings, which literally came out the exact same day as Abby Jimenez's book. I was so excited when I saw this in the store that I literally screamed because I didn't think it was coming out. For some weird reason, it didn't show up on my Goodreads, even though I follow her and I've read the entire Magnolia Park series. The only book I haven't read by her is Never. I've been putting that on my mental TBR, but I haven't bought it yet just because I've seen so many people be like, I don't know if I like it. But this book's plot is very, very hard to explain, so I was thinking we could just read it together. I read it over 3 times, and for some reason, I just can't put it into my own words. It feels that confusing. So I'm trying to figure out what exactly it is. I want to check the page number for you guys, because I don't know if this is going to be a part of like a series or something, but I kind of feel like maybe it might. Like maybe this is her next series after Magnolia Parks and Daisy Hates finishes. So we'll see what's going on. I kind of want to check her Goodreads to see if there's anything like for her next book, but I'm very excited. I've seen some people say they don't like the cover that much, but I really like it just because I'm loving the ombre going on, and it gives like this indie author vibe. I was so sad because when I went to go and buy the Magnolia Park series, they were just getting rid of the indie covers, and I really, really wanted the indie covers, so I got these ones, which are just like all of the different high heels ones. And not that I don't love these covers too, it's just that I really wanted the indie covers, and I thought, oh my god, she's damaged, guys. It's fine. I'm actually a little crushed right now, but that's okay. That is okay. 457 pages. I could have gone with the other books. I could have gone with Summer in the City, or I could have gone with the fairy book, but I decided I really wanted to read this one because I did check the ratings and it's got like a 4-star. So I'm hoping people are really liking this. I was trying to check the ratings to see what people were saying, and I saw a lot of good ones that were like, I was hooked, like this feels like her at her best. So I'm hoping and praying that I'm really gonna like it, because I am a little bit nervous that if it's not Magnolia Parks, then I'm not gonna like it, but I have a feeling this is gonna be 5 stars. Like, for some reason, I just feel it in my bones that I'm going to absolutely love this book, especially when people are saying they couldn't put it down. Now let's figure out what this book is about together, because I'm a little confused. London-based Georgia Carter, professional lie detector and body language savant, has long been estranged from her infuriating, close-minded, wealthy South Carolina family. After a falling out years ago, the chasm runs deep between the black sheep, Georgia, and her gay alcoholic brother, and their parents and elder siblings. But when her father dies suddenly, Georgia returns to the state for the funeral when she comes face to face with Sam Penny, her brother's AA sponsor. Amid the tensions, dramas, and revelations of the family reunion, Georgia and Sam are instantly drawn to each other. However, Georgia's brother also harbors feelings for Sam, and the last thing Georgia wants to do is hurt the only family she's ever had. When their father's will reveals a surprising bequest to a mysterious stranger, Georgia's ability to read people becomes crucial in unraveling her father's hidden past. The delicate balance within the family teeters, and secrets both old and new threaten to push them beyond the breaking point. There's only so many cracks a damaged family can take before it shatters. So what I'm hearing is there's gonna be another love triangle, and if there is, literally I love a love triangle. I have always been a love triangle girl. Don't ask me why. Like, all of my favorite series have had love triangles. We have the Inheritance Games. We have the Natural series. Basically anything by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. She writes the best love triangles, and I can't think of anything else. There's so many, but the best TV shows have love triangles, like Vampire Diaries. So, I think this book is going to be 5 stars. I think I'm going to get through this book really fast, even though it's like 450 something pages, because it's Jessa Hastings, and I know she's written my favorite series of all time. 2, she has really quick, fast-paced writing, so if she writes characters that I like, I'm gonna devour this book. Like, I won't put it down. So, without further ado, let's start our next book and see if it meets the expectations. Besties, it has been a while since I had this mic out, and I thought I would bring it out for a spin. 1, so I could actually move back and sit back here and talk to you guys with good audio, but I've been sitting on my bed. I think it's been almost an hour now. It just turned 7 o'clock, so I'm putting my book down. I'm gonna go and do something else before I have to go and eat dinner. This book is eating, and all I have to say, I mean, there's so many things to say, I'm gonna say them, but my main thing I'm gonna say right now is that Sam Penny is my new husband, and I love him very much with my whole heart, and I have been devouring this book. Getting into it initially, the first chapter, I was not certain on where my thoughts were on this book. I was just a little confused at what I was feeling. I'm like, I don't know if I like this story, I don't know what to think, and it took a little bit for me to get into it. But I think I really, really like it. Like, I haven't been able to put it down, and there's this kind of, like, connection going on where I'm just loving the characters, and I'm really interested to see where this goes, because obviously we have this very push-pull tension with Georgia, our main character, and then Sam Penny, which is the AA sponsor, and I like the family tension because you have a lot with her sister Mary Ann, and then her brother, I don't know how to say his name. I think it's like Tennyson, something like that. I'm gonna say Tennyson. I think it's Tennyson, but it doesn't. I think it's Tennyson. Nope, it's Tennyson. Okay, I didn't think this. Okay, it's Tennyson. I just checked. Mary Ann, she's very cutthroat. And the tension between her and Georgia is very, very definite, and it's very not even like a hidden tension. And Georgia, I feel like initially he's getting used to her character because she's very different from Magnolia and Daisy, but I think to me she is the most like Daisy versus Magnolia because she is very much, I'm going to speak up for myself, I'm going to say things what I'm thinking. She more acts on what she's thinking, and she doesn't even she doesn't put any thought into before. Not that she doesn't put any thought into what she's going to do, but she's very much, if I'm thinking something, I'm going to say it. If I'm seeing something, I'm going to say it. Like, she's very much, I'm going to act on the thing that I'm thinking, I'm going to do it without putting a second thought into it. Like, she's just like, I'm going to do it. And then you have Sam, who is very much the calm presence, and he's thinking things through, and you can see it, like, he's very much the intellectual, like, think and thought kind of guy. And I love the bit of, I don't know, like, contrast we have going on with them, and that's very interesting. And then she has her brother Oliver, and initially going into it, I didn't know what to think of Oliver, because he's very different to Georgia, but I think all of them have, like, their own issues, and it's fun to get into that, because I am on page, I think it's 97, so I'm almost on page 100. When we get into the book, Jess's writing is just so easy to read. It's like, this is a quick, fast-paced read, and even though it's like 400 pages, I think I will get to page 200 tonight, because I don't want to put it down. Like, that's how good it is. And the fun thing is, I feel like we're not into the meat of things yet, because we have this thing that we've been told being read, or like something going on within the dad's will, and I'm really excited to see what's going to happen with that, because I'm not quite sure where this is going to go, and I don't know if we're going to leave South Carolina, or maybe this is North Carolina. I can't remember if it's South or North. South Carolina. Okay, was it right? I said yes, it was. South Carolina. So I don't know if we're going to leave South Carolina or not. I would love to go back to England. One, because I love England, and I would like to see the London atmosphere. I have seen a spoiler, but not so much a spoiler, so I can tell you guys, because really it's not a spoiler, it's just more like I didn't know that, and you wouldn't know it until you read it. But there is a little bit of like this teaser Easter egg for the Daisy Hates book, where some things happen to Daisy and you don't know what. I'm very excited to see that. I don't know if that's the only thing, because I've seen a couple of people say, oh my gosh, I'm screaming because there's something going on, and I don't know if it's just this book, and I think they said it was something to do with Daisy Hates or like Julian or something, so I'm interested to see if that was the thing or if there's something else. So we know that this is in the same universe during the same time period as Magnolia Parks and Daisy Hates, which I did not know previously. I only found this out, I think it was either last night or this morning, and I'm loving this book, and I think it is going to be a 5-star. I haven't had anything that's made me go, no, I don't like this book. If anything, it's me going, oh my gosh, I can't believe this character is doing something, and it's not a character that I like. It's more like, why is Marianne why is she such a biatch? I literally don't like her. So that's the only thing that I have to say. That's literally the only thing negative I have to say, is that she's written her so good that I actually hate the character. I'm like, don't speak to me. Don't speak to me, because she annoys me. She pisses me off a lot. So, I'm having a great time. I'm already in love with the character, and I'm really loving this book. Also, guys, it's very floppy. So, regardless of the fact that this is 500 pages, this is so nice to read, and I love this cover. It's so nice, and I don't know what else to say other than the fact that I think this is going to be great. My goal, like I said, is going to be page 200 tonight, and then hopefully finish it tomorrow. I'm having a great time, though. I'm going to be sad when this book is over, and I don't know if we're going to read Wings of Starlight or Summer in the City, but I don't think we're going to read all 4 books this week, because I do have to read Fearless, so that comes out Tuesday. Right now it's a Saturday. We'll see where we get, but I'm going to try and finish a book in 2 days, and then finish this one in 2 days, because we started it yesterday, but I mainly didn't read it until later at night, so I kind of fell asleep at page 40 or something like that, but I'm having a great time, so we'll see which one we pick. I feel like I'm leaning towards the Wings of Starlight, just because it's a YA, it might be a little bit faster, but Summer in the City is really calling to me too. So, without further ado, let's continue reading this book. Guys, I finished The Conditions of Will last night. I stayed up until 2:30, and then I read a little bit this morning because I had 50-ish pages left. I read 200 pages last night, and then I finished it this morning. 6-star book. There is so much drama in this book, and you think you get to the peak of the story, and then all of a sudden something comes up, and you're like, no, There's more. I was absolutely devouring this book and I was eating it all up. I loved this plot line, and I love when you hate characters and they're annoying you so much that you start to like scream at them, because that was me through half of the story. And then there was just more stuff coming up and I literally was telling my mom, and it honestly felt like I was telling her about this like big gossip reality show. Like it felt like the Gossip Girl energy that I needed it to bring. I was having so much freaking fun, and I already loved Sam Penny, but the second half of the book, literally, I don't know, like he turned from fictional boyfriend to like fictional husband material, and it made me absolutely scream. Like I love him so much. I like actually, this book devoured, and I am so sad that we're done it, because this and Say You'll Remember Me have been two of my favorite books that I've read this year. And I say this about a lot of books, but I'm being completely honest, where I'm like, these ones had my attention and all I wanted to do was read them. Like I looked forward to every single morning picking up this book. I'm not kidding, it's been a while since I woke up and I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna like, I wanna read. The first thing I do when like my eyes open, I'm like, I wanna read this book. Like I'm gonna need to calm down, but I honestly love this book so much, and I would really love to see more of these characters, because they are connected to the Magnolia Park series and Daisy Hate series, kind of like very vaguely, where we have a little bit of like, she was with Henry for a little while. She was kind of with Henry during the whole dilemma in the other book, and you guys, if you know, you know, but I'm not gonna say anything because it will spoil a little bit. But there's stuff going on where you kind of get the little hints, and it's so fun to read this and then get Easter eggs, because if you love the series as much as I do, like it's always fun to get little Easter eggs. It was the same thing that happened in Deep End when we got to see Adam, and I literally screamed. So I was having the best time during this book. Her writing is just, it's so fun, and it also has this different kind of feel to it, and I love the energy she brings to it, because she gives her own kind of style to very quick paced style writing, and it sounds like I'm like, oh, her style is just quick paced, but it also really slows down at the points where it needs to be, and her characters are so authentic and unique, and each one kind of has this different personality, and I think she really brought a lot to the table in this book. But guys, I cannot recommend this book enough to you. Literally, you have to read it. If you like a good book, if you like Magnolia Parks, if you like Gossip Girl, it's just amazing. 6 stars, a million stars, literally one of my favorites. But now we're gonna move on to the next book. We are officially going to read The Wings of Starlight. If you don't know, this book is kind of, it's a prologue series to the Tinkerbell series, and it's supposed to be the Golden Fairy and then the Winter Fairy, and it's their kind of like forbidden romance, and I'm very excited. So it's Monday. It's Tuesday tomorrow. So that means Fearless is coming out. And I may or may not add Fearless to this video and just completely forget about this book. But I also may or may not pause and then read Fearless. But my guess is we're gonna read Fearless tomorrow. Guys! I'm literally so excited. I'm so excited. I'm also very nervous because like, what if I'm so disappointed? What if I'm heartbroken? So many things. But we're gonna start this and then we're gonna read Fearless tomorrow. I'm gonna compose myself, but like, my husband is back, guys. My husband is coming back tomorrow, and I'm so excited because we're literally gonna get married to him. Yay! Okay, guys, I'll see you tomorrow. A moment for me to calm down, because like my husband, I cannot even tell you how excited I am. Like, what is another word other than excited? I'm ecstatic. I am overjoyed. I am over the moon. I'm buzzing. I'm literally so freaking excited. So we're going to go to the bookstore right now. I'm in an outfit. I wanted to have this pink because the book cover is pink, but I was thinking like Powerless vibes are kind of like purpley and then like darker colors. So I have on a darker color shirt, obviously the jacket because it's really nice and sunny out right now, but it's actually really windy and really cold. So I've got sunglasses on. I'm driving. You know, I'm excited when I'm driving because my driving anxiety has gotten better. It's gotten better, but she's still a little bit nervous. But I feel good. I feel good. I feel ready. I'm so hyped. I feel like Rocky before his match. I'm getting ready. I'm also a little bit nervous, but it's time we go to the store. I'm so freaking excited.
Hey, G and Blue, nice to see you. You know
I can't believe she's in my hands. I wanted the pink cover, but actually, this one's really growing on me. She's so beautiful. She's so thick.
He showed me plenty. I asked him nicely, do you have them in blue? Hey, G and Blue, nice to see you. You know I need you to get around, oh yeah, to make a dance. Nice to see you. You know I need you. Just give me one more chance. I picked you up and I put you on. We left the shop feeling bold and bright. I love my age.
Hi guys, I actually have like 20-ish minutes before I have to leave, but I decided I wanted to use that 20 minutes to read Fearless. I am currently on page 319, so we have made a good chunk of progress, and I'm hoping to finish this tonight, but my guess is because I'm gonna be out later, my guess is I'm gonna finish it tomorrow, which is good because I have nothing to do Sunday, so I'm excited to use my entire day. I mean, not my entire day, it won't take the entire day, but I'm excited to use my Sunday to finish up Fearless. So my little update for you guys is that there's something very specific going on in this book, and I'm not gonna say what it is, but like I was in Reckless, I was very certain of what the ending was gonna be, and I don't know, like, I kind of had a very good idea, and I was very certain of what the end was gonna be. Like, I figured it out pretty quickly, and with this book, there's 2 chapters that are very definite on what, I don't know, she's trying to, like, lead you to, and I honestly don't know if the intention is so that we're, like, we know and the characters don't know, or if it's supposed to be these little Easter eggs to, like, here's the pivotal moment, or this is supposed to be, like, the plot twist. But I figured out what it is. Like, I'm not completely sure right now, but I feel completely sure. Like, I don't have the proof yet. I haven't read it, so I'm not, like, 100% certain. I don't actually know if I'm right or wrong, but I feel like I'm completely right, because last time I wasn't sure, and I was right, but this time I'm sure, and I don't want to be right, but, like, I'm also proud of her for coming up with it. I don't know what to think of it, because I don't know exactly what it's going to be, but I understand why, if she does it, it makes sense why she's gonna do it, but I also just don't love it. I don't love it a lot, but it makes sense. Like, it makes sense to me why she's doing it. Like, the outcome would be good. So that's all I'm gonna say before I say too much. But I'm having a good time. But there's also a little part of me that I'm loving this, but I'm also, I feel like, so guarded, where I'm trying to just not get through it, but kind of like get through it just to see what happens. Like, I'm so anticipating this one thing that I'm not able to enjoy the rest of it because I'm really worried. Otherwise, I'm having a great time. Like, I love how we get both of their point of views, and I really love the spot we're in right now. We are over halfway, which is superb. So I'm having fun. I'm excited, but I'm nervous. But I'm not gonna waste any more time yapping. Let's continue reading Fearless and see if it lives up to the expectations. I don't care what it takes. Today is finally the last day of reading Fearless. Do we have 200 pages left? 230 to be specific. Yes, we do. But am I willing to stay up until 3 a.m. reading the rest of this book? Yes, I am. So, I'm turning you around with me. It's gonna sound like the thing is cracking with this because you have a tripod. I don't know if I'm actually, I was like, am I gonna sit here for the 100th time this video? Yes, but first we're gonna sit on the floor so you guys can see that. Change of scenery. I don't know, guys. I love sitting on my bed. There's nothing like reading on your bed. I don't know. That's where I like to read. But let's go over here. You guys are gonna come down here, and I'm gonna read down here. That's where I'm gonna read. So let's get reading. The Harry Potter music in the background isn't helping very much, but something just very, very big just happened. And it's at the end of a chapter, so it's like kind of cliffhanger-ish, and I'm really nervous about it. I'm hoping it's gonna go okay. But now I'm even like, I'm more stressed because I think I know what's gonna happen. I really liked the scene that just happened. It was, I think it was chapter 41. Yeah, chapter 40. It was really good. There was, I really liked what happened in there because it was very unexpected and I was not expecting anything, so I really liked that one. And now I'm going to be quiet because I want to understand what's going on and I'm very interested to see what happens. I'm not okay. So fun fact, I actually left the last 3 chapters for today because it was 1:30 when I went to bed because I was trying to read slower and then there was more that I thought I had to read. There was not 560 pages, there was like 588 pages. So there was even more book than I thought I had. I'm actually like, I'm literally gonna cry because I love this series so much, and I think it's funny because I don't have the video up anymore, I don't think, when I first read Powerless, but I really liked Powerless and I think it was different getting into it because I really loved Kai and I really liked the, like, I don't know what it was. I think there was like a little something. Obviously it's like a first book in a fantasy series and I didn't know if I was going to like it, and initially I gave it like a 4 or 3 stars and then I sat with it for a long time and I was like, oh my god, like I haven't stopped thinking about this book. It's definitely a 5-star, and I've been wanting to reread the first book again because obviously like as time goes on, some of the main plot points, like the little, no, it's not the main plot points, it's the little plot points that you forget, and now there's tears streaming down my eyes. Like you forget some of the stuff, but I remember the book so vividly and like I could not put it down. And then when Reckless came out, it was, I think was it May or June that I read it? I can't remember. No, it was July or August. I think it was August when I read Reckless, and this book absolutely broke me. But it was it's one of my favorite books and still is one of my favorite books of all time, and I love it to pieces, to bits and pieces. I feel like Fearless is a love letter to Powerless and Reckless, but it's also its undoing and this whole roller coaster of emotions. And I'm not gonna say too much about what happened or how I felt because I'm just like, I feel broken because I don't know what to do after this. I'm gonna have to think up something. The video is gonna have to be fun after this, or maybe like finding a 5-star, because honestly I feel devastated. Like this book took me longer than I thought it was going to. It took me almost a week. It took me 6 days to read, but it's because I did the same thing with Sunrise on the Reaping. I know I'm never gonna get this book back, and I wanted to make sure I took my time with it. But the slow burn in this and the stuff and like everything happening and the so many like different things that you didn't know was gonna happen literally broke me. And I was very surprised because I did figure out what was going on, and then she threw some things at you and it's just like gut-wrenching, and I had no idea what was happening, and I was up till 1:30 and I was like, every page I was more shocked and my jaw dropped and literally just, it was left hanging open because that's how good it was. I love Lauren's writing. It feels so lyrical and beautiful, especially for like a YA, but it's also very straightforward, and she just tells an amazing story, and getting 2 point of views and then this special little third one is so fun. And I just love getting to see everything happening from Peyton's and Kai's point of view. I love them. I love them so much, and I'm sobbing and I'm crying and I'm a little bit broken, and there's just like this gaping hole in my chest now, but this is my big 3. Like, I love this series so much. I'm so sad that it's done. I think that's why it's like worse. Why am I always crying in book reviews now? Guys, this isn't okay. I think there's something wrong. Guys, this is the end of the video. I know. I said I was gonna finish The Wings of Starlight. Like, what do I say? I don't want to, like, I don't want to spoil the ending for you guys, but if you're reading it because you like Tinkerbell, they're not together in the movies. So like I don't need another soul-crushing book right now. I can't say anything more without spoiling the book, but I just want to say thank you to Lauren Roberts for being an absolute queen and writing Fearless, and this bad boy, this bad girl right here, this whole series, you're an icon. Like, I love you. Your writing is amazing. I love your characters. And I have nothing else to say but good things. Like, it's just, I love this. Like, I need a hug. I need a hug, but I'm gonna go find another emotionally devastating book. So as you guys can tell, 1,000,000 stars, 6 stars. It lived up and exceeded and just, it surpassed the expectations that I had. I love it. I love it so much, and I can't say anything else. I hope you guys enjoyed this vlog. If you did, please like and subscribe. I love you guys so much. I'm going to go cry. I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.